Welcome to Eyewitness Virtual Reality EarthQuest. Ahead of you, in the Earth Gallery, is the Earth Builder, an interactive 3D tectonic plate challenge. Answer the Earth Builder questions correctly to rebuild the Earth's outer shell, then unlock the secrets of its past.
Chalcopyrite. Cinnabar. Galena. Dolomite. Quartz conglomerate. Red sandstone. Feldspar pegmatite. Turquoise. Wavellite. Apatite. Lazulite. Barite. Celestine. Gypsum. Anhydrite. "5 billion years ago, the Earth did not exist. The solar system was just a cloud of dust and gas on the edge of a huge galaxy. Secrets of the Earth's past are contained in its rocks. Exposed layers of rock help geologists piece together the history of the Earth. The sediments that make up sedimentary rock accumulate in layers. As each layer is deposited, it buries an earlier layer. Thus, the deepest layer in a stack is the oldest rock. The overlying layers consist of younger rock. To find out a rock's age, geologists study any fossils it contains. For example, this type of ammonite was common about 200 million years ago, so the rock must have formed at that time. In this way, fossils give vital information about the Earth's past. The Earth's outer shell, which includes the crust and upper mantle, is made up of moving sections called plates. There are several large plates and many small plates. The plates are continuously being created and destroyed as they move around. Their movement changes the surface of the Earth. The Pacific Plate, on which Hawaii lies, is carrying the island about 8 centimeters closer to Japan each year. At the same time, the plate that carries North America is moving about 2 centimeters away from Europe every year. The boundaries between the plates are where most volcanoes and earthquakes occur, showing the immense power of these slowly shifting plates. Like many other bodies in the solar system, the Earth is made up of distinct layers. The 3 main layers, the crust, the mantle, and the core, each contain different kinds of minerals. These layers developed in the early stages of the Earth's history. It is thought that when the Earth formed, it contained a uniform mixture of rocks and metals throughout, symbolized here by spheres. The planet was so hot that the materials melted. Slowly, the liquid began to separate. First, the heaviest material, molten iron, sank to form the core. Molten silicate rock crystallized, forming the mantle. Later, some of the mantle melted, forming liquids that rose to the surface and solidified to become the crust, a process that is still occurring today.
Constant battering by waves gives many coastlines a jagged, irregular shape. A coast can consist of many different types of rock, some of which are more resistant to erosion than others. Bays are sculpted from softer rock as waves curve around a headland. Pillars of rock that rise out of the sea are remnants of a past shoreline before the coastline moved inland.
Magma rising up from deep in the Earth's crust erupts from a central crater as flows of lava and explosions of ash and pulverized rock. Most of the ash and lava from these eruptions collects near to the central crater, forming a distinctive cone-shaped volcano. After many hundreds of years, the eruptions build a tall, snow-capped stratovolcano. Earth tremors and bulging of the mountain show that large amounts of magma are ready to erupt. A small eruption releases the pressure within the volcano, allowing the magma inside to expand violently, triggering a massive eruption. A huge cloud of ash and pulverized rock blasts skyward, covering the landscape in layers of ash, and pyroclastic flows pour down the mountainside. The volcano collapses, forming a caldera. A huge fissure, many kilometers long, splits open the Earth's surface. Vast amounts of very fluid lava pour out of the fissure, covering a wide area before hardening into the black volcanic rock, basalt. Over hundreds of years, the fissure repeatedly erupts more and more flows of lava, which accumulate on top of each other, forming a flood basalt plateau hundreds of kilometers across. This medium-sized earthquake is too distant to cause much damage to the town. However, many people notice the vibrations of the seismic waves, and walls creak and dishes and windows rattle. There are thousands of earthquakes like this every year. Fortunately, this powerful earthquake is too deep and distant to cause much damage. However, everyone notices the shaking, and most tall buildings sway significantly during the tremors. Most poorly built structures on loose sediments are extensively damaged by the earthquake. This powerful earthquake causes severe damage to the town. On poor ground, even willed houses and office blocks slip from their foundations, and some sink into the ground as it liquefies. The shaking distracts drivers enough to cause automobile accidents, and landslips undermine roads.